Hey everybody! Welcome back to my pack. You know I always say a happy dog is a balanced dog, and a big part of that balance comes from the food we give them. Just like you wouldn't eat something that makes you sick, we gotta make sure our furry friends aren't munching on anything dangerous. That's why we're talking about some surprising foods that are harmful to your dog. And trust me, you might be surprised by some of these. Don't worry, I'm not here to take away all the fun. We'll also be dishing out some tasty and safe alternatives to keep your pup healthy and satisfied. So stick around, because we're about to become experts on what your dog should and shouldn't be eating. Let's go! Okay, Pack, let's talk about chocolate. We love it, dogs crave it, but it's a big no-no for our furry friends. See, chocolate contains something called theobromine. Think of it like this. What gives us a little energy boost in chocolate can send your dog's system into overdrive. We're talking hyperactivity, restlessness, increased thirst, panting. Not a pretty sight. In severe cases, it can even lead to seizures or worse. Now I know what you're thinking. Caesar, but my dog snagged a chocolate chip cookie and seemed fine. Listen, every dog is different, and even a small amount can cause problems in some pups. The darker the chocolate, the more theobromine it has, so keep those dark chocolate bars far away from those paws. Instead of risking it, opt for dog-safe treats made with carob. Carob has a naturally sweet taste that dogs love, and it won't put their health at risk. Remember, a happy dog is a healthy dog. You might enjoy a handful of grapes or raisins, but for your dog, they're like little ticking time bombs. We don't know exactly why, but these fruits can cause some serious damage to their kidneys, and it doesn't take much. Even a small amount can be toxic. We're talking about potential kidney failure here, which is a life-threatening condition. The scary part is, the symptoms might not show up right away. You might see vomiting, loss of appetite, and lethargy, but by then, it could be too late. So, what's a dog parent to do? When it comes to grapes and raisins, prevention is key. Keep them out of reach, off counters, and definitely out of their reach. Looking for a healthy snack alternative? Blueberries are a fantastic choice. They're packed with antioxidants, and dogs love their sweet, juicy flavor. Now let's talk about those aromatic staples in our kitchens. Onions and garlic. We love them in our dishes, but for dogs, they're a recipe for trouble. Onions and garlic contain compounds that can damage your dog's red blood cells. These cells are crucial because they carry oxygen throughout the body. When they're damaged, your dog can develop a condition called hemolytic anemia. This means their body can't produce enough red blood cells, leading to weakness, lethargy, and even pale gums. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter if the onions or garlic are raw, cooked, or powdered. They're all dangerous. So, be extra careful when preparing food for your family, and make sure there are no stray onions or garlic within your dog's reach. Instead of these pungent ingredients, try flavoring your dog's food with safe and healthy alternatives like pumpkin or sweet potatoes. They're packed with nutrients and add a touch of sweetness your dog will love. Avocado toast, guacamole, avocado smoothies. It seems like everyone's gone avocado crazy. But before you share this trendy fruit with your furry friend, listen up. Avocados contain a substance called persin, which can be toxic to dogs. While the fleshy part of the avocado has lower levels of persin, it's still best to err on the side of caution. The real danger zone is the pit and skin, which contain higher concentrations of persin. Ingesting these can lead to vomiting, diarrhea, and even more serious health problems. I know it's tempting to share your avocado with your pup, especially when they give you those pleading eyes, but trust me, it's not worth the risk. Instead, offer them a safe and healthy alternative like a few slices of apple, without the seeds, of course. This one should be a no-brainer, Pack, but we need to talk about it. Alcohol is a big no-no for dogs. It might seem funny to give your dog a sip of beer or a lick of wine, but even small amounts can be extremely dangerous. Dogs metabolize alcohol differently than humans, and it affects their system much faster. We're talking about symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, coordination problems, and even difficulty breathing. In severe cases, alcohol poisoning can lead to coma and even death. It's not worth the risk, not even for a laugh. Your dog's bowl should only ever contain fresh, clean water. If you want to give them a special treat, offer some dog-safe broth or a tasty ice cube made with water and a few pieces of their favorite fruit. We all know that morning cup of coffee or afternoon tea can give us a boost, but for our canine companions, caffeine is a recipe for trouble. Just like with chocolate, caffeine acts as a stimulant for dogs, but their bodies are much more sensitive to its effects. Even small amounts of coffee, tea, energy drinks, or even some sodas can cause restlessness, hyperactivity, rapid heart rate, panting, and tremors. In severe cases, caffeine can even be fatal. Remember, what gives us a little pick-me-up can send your dog's system into overdrive. So, keep those coffee cups out of reach and make sure your pup doesn't sneak a sip of your energy drink. Stick to offering them fresh, clean water. If you want to give them a special treat, try a bowl of dog-safe herbal tea. Just make sure it's caffeine-free and doesn't contain any added sugars or artificial sweeteners. Nuts can be a healthy snack for humans, but some varieties are downright dangerous for dogs. Macadamia nuts in particular are a big no-no. These nuts contain a toxin that can affect a dog's nervous system, muscles, and digestive system. And here's the thing, it doesn't take many macadamia nuts to cause problems. Even just a few can lead to symptoms like weakness, tremors, vomiting, and hyperthermia, which is an elevated body temperature. The scariest part? The exact toxin and how it affects dogs is still unknown, making it difficult to predict how severe their reaction might be. So when it comes to macadamia nuts, it's best to play it safe and keep them far away from your furry friend. Instead, opt for dog-safe nuts like unsalted peanuts or cashews in moderation. And remember, always introduce new foods slowly and watch for any signs of allergies or sensitivities. We all love a little sweetness in our lives, but when it comes to our dogs, there's one sweetener we need to be extra careful about: xylitol. You'll find this artificial sweetener in everything from sugar-free gum and candy to peanut butter and baked goods. The problem is, xylitol is highly toxic to dogs. Even small amounts can cause a rapid release of insulin, leading to a dangerous drop in blood sugar, also known as hypoglycemia. This can cause weakness, lethargy, seizures, and even liver failure. The symptoms of xylitol poisoning can appear quickly, sometimes in as little as 30 minutes, so it's crucial to act fast. If you suspect your dog has ingested anything containing xylitol, contact your veterinarian immediately. When it comes to sweet treats for your dog, stick to natural sweeteners like honey in moderation. And always double-check ingredient lists to make sure xylitol isn't lurking in any human foods you're sharing. We all know dogs love to chew, and bones might seem like a natural choice, but here's the thing. Cooked bones are a big no-no. When bones are cooked, they become brittle and can easily splinter. These sharp splinters can cause serious damage to your dog's mouth, throat, stomach, and intestines. We're talking about potential blockages, internal bleeding, and painful injuries. Believe me, you don't want to deal with the mess and heartache of a dog who's swallowed a cooked bone. Now, I'm not saying all bones are off limits. Raw bones, especially those that are meaty and haven't been cooked, can be a great source of nutrition and help keep your dog's teeth clean. Just make sure the bones are large enough that your dog can't swallow them whole, and always supervise them while they're chewing. For a safer alternative, consider offering your dog dental chews or toys designed to promote dental health. Baking up a storm? Keep that raw dough away from those curious noses. You know that satisfying feeling when bread rises? Well, that same thing can happen in your dog's stomach if they ingest raw dough. The yeast in the dough continues to ferment in their warm bellies, producing gas that can cause painful bloating. In severe cases, bloat can be life-threatening, so it's not something to take lightly. And here's the double whammy: raw dough also contains alcohol from the fermentation process, which, as we already know, is a big no-no for dogs. So keep that cookie dough out of reach and make sure your dog isn't sneaking any leftovers. When it comes to sharing the joy of baking with your furry friend, stick to baked treats that are specifically formulated for dogs. These treats are made with dog-safe ingredients and won't pose the same risks as raw dough. So there you have it, Pack. Remember, our dogs depend on us to keep them safe and healthy. Now that you know what foods to avoid, you can make sure your furry friend enjoys a long and happy life by your side. Share this video with your fellow dog lovers, because knowledge is power when it comes to keeping our pups safe. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more tips on how to live a fulfilling life with your dog. Remember, a tired dog is a happy dog, and a well-fed dog is a healthy dog. Stay balanced, my friends.